Hello! Hi there! It's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, my friends! Thank you kindly for joining along for another live stream. Yes, more Mortal Kombat 1. Insane, right? So, I haven't really been perusing the social medias, the games outlets. I haven't been seeing what has been said, but it turns out that one of the bigwigs at WB Discovery, specifically someone who is responsible for streaming of HBO and games, did like a financial talks for Morgan Stanley at a conference earlier in February. So it seems like the games review journals, they've decided to make articles about this, talking about Warner Brothers' intention to turn all of their biggest franchises into live services. And if you've been here at the Jaded Rabbit for a while, you'll know I've been doing videos about this stuff for a long time. David Zaslav has said quite explicitly that he wants to have more players spending more time on more platforms. Look, that's David Zaslav. That's what they want. They don't care about console games. That's why I posed the question to the community post. What do you think is WB's priority? And I gave some mobile games, and then I included MK1 in there. People voted for MK1. Please understand, MK1 is not the priority. Their priority is things like MK Onslaught, MK Mobile, Injustice 2 Mobile, which is featuring the addition of Peacemaker. They care more about those mobile games than the console games, because the console games are not the moneymaker. The console games are what brainwashes you into playing for longer and longer, getting you to spend in the premium shop and then jump over to MK Onslaught and MK Mobile. That's what they hope to intend. That's what they're hoping to have players involve themselves with, to try and get the Sub-Zero announcer voice. You're going to have to get an MK Onslaught mobile app. If you don't have a cell phone, you're going to have to get a cell phone. I don't know. Does everyone use cell phones now? I feel very old-fashioned. I don't really like to use cell phones, but that's their priority. If you are hoping for Mortal Kombat 1 to significantly improve in any single way, I think we can safely say that nothing has changed in between last season and this season, besides, I guess, the addition of crossplay, which I have not ventured into as of yet. I was more so focused on completing everything single player, and I have! Yay! So, yeah, this is David Zaslav's own words, but we've got puppets now of David Zaslav going to these conferences, these meetings, sharing the words that live service is the future, and then places like Game Rant are surprised. I don't know how they make things like this into news when it should be clear that this is what has been intended by David Zaslav since the Q3 shareholders earning conference call. This is not new. So Warner Brothers states that it's looking to shift its focus away from single-player games and double down on free-to-play and mobile games. Does that really apply to Mortal Kombat? Because Mortal Kombat is, by definition, a multiplayer game. You're playing against someone. So, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, these articles, I questioned them. So I wanted to find the source. Like, where is the source? Their source for their news article is GameSpot. Do you see this? As reported by GameSpot, J.B. Perrette told an audience at a Morgan Stanley event, while the company wishes to be more aggressive in the games market, blah, 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 blah. I don't trust it, because I want to hear it from the primary source. And I love that they're referencing GameSpot, like what, as if there's not a primary source of evidence out there. So here we've got GameSpot's point of view, but they actually do us a favor and they link us to the Morgan Stanley speaking event. And I don't know why they don't provide more information about this quote unquote Morgan Stanley speaking event. The same words that appear in the Game Rant article was also in the GameSpot article. There's a lot of plagiarism. These news sources nowadays, they suck. Did no one teach them about the quality of references and sources? Anyways, Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom 2024. So this is where JB Perrette gave a speech, a question and answer with an interviewer or a moderator from Morgan Stanley, discuss the latest trends in generative artificial intelligence and other themes shaping technology, media, and telecom from this year's TMT conference in San Francisco. San Francisco. I've heard things about it. Is it nice? Would love to know. So yes, this is where the speech was delivered. We are going to be taking a look at the speech, or a listen. I've got it to where we start talking about games, because this is sort of Warner Brothers paid spokesperson, leader of streaming activities at HBO and video games. But a lot of the things that you're about to hear, please keep in mind that the most recent shareholders conference call reported losses. Billions of dollars losses. Isn't that wonderful? Warner Brothers is in deep doo-doo with their shareholders. Stock prices were plummeting after the Q4 earnings report, which was enjoyable. Warner Brothers should be suffering. But you're going to hear a lot of explanations as to why they're not performing as well as they had hoped. So, yeah, interesting. Ragnar. Hey, Ragnar. MK Onslaught sounds promising. Oh, my word. Hello, brother Dave and everyone in the chat. Hello. I finished all the Invasions Mesas because that's how boring MK1 is. Everything about MK1 is very boring. It's not going to change. Not at all. And I think, don't listen to me. Listen to the people who are in charge, and then you can make your own assessments. MK1 is taking too much grinding, yet nothing good to grind for. I mean, I finished all the grinding. Kind of. But, is anything worth grinding for? No. They should have just given us costume number 3 day 1, but, you know, that's how they are. So let's listen to this.
Look at some of our peers here in the U.S. who are doing more like mid to high single digit number of ads. We're going to keep balanced because we don't want to obviously hurt the user.
Oh, yeah. So,
we think there's opportunity there.
Prior to what I have fast forward to, their dude is giving explanation as to how they're going to generate more revenue. One of the ways that they were talking about this was by having password sharing prohibited with things like HBO Max. And here they're talking about putting ads into HBO. So you pay for the service, which means you're also now paying for ads, which is terrible for the consumer. Kind of crazy what this guy talks about, but we're only here to talk about games.
And then lastly, on the ad format side, we've made lots of improvements from where we were, but we still have a lot of ad format enhancements, which ultimately will give us more things that we can go to marketers with. Shoppable ads, other elements of the ad format side of the house that we can improve, which would give us more opportunities for growth as well.
Great. Okay, so you are global streaming and games. We've saved 5 minutes for games, so I feel bad for the games group. But you're the only media company that has a scaled game publishing business. You don't disclose it within your studio segment, but it's there and it's significant. Can you talk a little bit about how you guys leverage that business in terms of growing the company? And if you're able to give us any sense of scale, that business would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, we think it's a meaningful differentiator for us. Yeah. We see the.
So this is why I say he's sort of like a spokesperson for David Zaslav. This here is the transcript of the Q3 earnings shareholder conference call. David Zaslav says that games will be even more important to our fans in the future, and so having this asset in our arsenal is a critical differentiator and a real growth opportunity. This is the same statement where he says earlier that they're targeting Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Nothing is new. They're just repeating these things, but places like GameSpot and GamesRadar, I guess, have been not aware, surprisingly.
World, and whether it be, VR devices, the Vision Pro, the virtual worlds. Look, who knows exactly how it evolves, but certainly those types of platforms.
So he's in charge of streaming and video games, and he doesn't know or have an idea of how it will evolve. It sounds like he's not. They saved the games for the very end of the talk, just for a short while. So I think they were trying to minimize the game's importance compared to other things like advertiser revenue and HBO subscriptions.
Are only going to increase in scale and adoption. And having 11 owned studios where we're not obviously just a publisher of games, but we're actually a developer of games.
So that is, once again, the same kind of rhetoric that comes from David Zaslav in this other one. So let me see. 11. Yeah, look, this is typical corporate speak. Looking across our full portfolio, another area where we see particular opportunity is in gaming, where we have 11 world-class studios. It's the same paragraph, just slightly different. Interesting, very interesting.
We think is a differentiated asset for us. Today, the majority of our business revolves around 4 main forms of IP in games, which are all billion-dollar-plus businesses themselves, which is Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, with obviously our success of Hogwarts Legacy last year as the best-selling game in the world last year, and the DC world. And DC obviously has sub-segments underneath there, but Batman being one of the biggest.
So he's doing the same thing that Zaslav did, because we've led with multiple key franchises, each $1 billion gaming. It's like a repeat. Why is he repeating this stuff? Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, DC, which is mainly Batman today, and Mortal Kombat. I think they're repeating this stuff because they're trying to minimize the kind of losses that they're experiencing with HBO, with not getting the revenues that they really wanted. So I think they're trying to play up these gaming studios, not like they're succeeding. I don't hear them talking about Suicide Squad.
So those are our 4 that make up the majority of our business. The challenge we've had is our business historically there has been very AAA console based. And so, as you know, that's a great business. When you have a hit like Harry Potter, it makes the year look amazing. And then, when you don't have a release, or unfortunately we also have disappointments, we just released Suicide Squad this quarter, which was not as strong.
So here's the thing. Suicide Squad and Mortal Kombat, like, they're not that much different in terms of player engagement. So let's pull up Mortal Kombat, and let's do a compare. Suicide Squad might be less. Uh-oh. Is it not even there? Oh, no, it's there. Look, it's even less. Wow, Suicide Squad's really scraping the bottom of the barrel there. Not like Mortal Kombat's that much better, right? Like, let's do the Baldur's Gate 3 comparison. Just, I love numbers. I love graphs, right? Both of the blue and green lines, they're just flat lines. You can see peaks and valleys and troughs with this Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, amusing, very amusing.
It just makes it very volatile. We think the opportunity for us, which is, again, this is a multi-year, because games is certainly a bit of a long cycle business too. But the opportunity is to take those 4 franchises and be able to develop a much more holistic approach, particularly around expanding into the mobile and multi-platform free-to-play space, which could give us a much better and more consistent set of revenue. And you'll see us launching later this year some mobile free-to-play games, which we hope to start building.
So once again, their priority is mobile free-to-play. And once again, this is the same shit that David Zaslav said. This is just repetition, which makes me really question why do places like GameSpot and GamesRadar, they're making these articles which are just repeating the same stuff. But they're not even really highlighting the fact that Mortal Kombat is crap. and that people should not expect it to improve. This live service is built around having flaws, and that's what we're going to get every season. We've seen it for 3 seasons. We've seen it now for 4. The only thing live service about Mortal Kombat, weekly quests, invasions, Combat League. Combat League has been the same for 5 years. Invasions offers you maybe like 2 days of actual gameplay and a whole lot of days of grinding if you don't have a turbo controller. I have a turbo controller, so I didn't have to do anything. But yeah, I mean, these are just lame game activities. Nothing is going to change. But it's wild to hear him say, we're going to be launching more free-to-play, more mobile extensions. What are they doing?
Building that. And then secondarily, live services. So rather than just launching a one-and-done console game, how do we develop a game around, for example, Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter that is a live service where people can continue to live and work and build and play in that world on an ongoing basis. And so we think we've got the franchises, we've got some of the greatest studio capabilities, and we have a roadmap and a strategic...
So I think this is the key phrase that triggered these games articles. Rather than just launching a one-and-done console game, how do we develop a game around, for example, a Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter that is a live service where people can live and work and build and play in that world in an ongoing basis? But I mean, this is once again what Zaslav was saying, that he wants live services, multi-platform, and free-to-play extensions. That's his focus. This is not surprise. In fact, Mortal Kombat has been a live service for since 2019? Combat League is the live service that kept MK1 going for years. Right? That was the thing that kept it going for years. That's what a live service does. It hooks players, keeps them playing with the promise of constant content. That's why I also, I made a video about this previously. More important even than quality, a live service is about being fast. It don't matter what Stephanie does. They don't care about quality. They care about being fast, because that's what a live service needs to be. It needs to deliver. And I mean, if you have not seen my previous videos, please go watch them, because I don't want to go in depth on everything that we've already talked about. But this is interesting that it's raising feathers at some of these games article places. I guess maybe there's not enough things, or people are coming to the realization too late.
Investment plan to try and build out that business, and we think there's meaningful growth, over the course of the next couple of years.
Is there evidence in your mind, or strong evidence, that the sort of franchise piece of this really reinforces the key IP that you have? In other words, having a Harry Potter game and having Harry Potter films and owning your own studio, that all that together makes the business more valuable?
We do, because it's ultimately, about trying to keep franchises, and we literally just hired someone to come in and help us, sort of overall WBD, help us think about franchise management in a new, bigger, more consistent way. But
what is he referring to as someone that they just hired to manage their franchises? Would it be a consultant developer like Sweet Baby Inc. to make everything just very intersectional? Is that what we're going for? I'm confused.
Absolutely. It's not just the expanding the longevity and the life cycle, so that you're not going from a movie release of a Batman title 1 year and then sort of it goes dormant for 3 or 4 years. If we can execute on this strategy, it also allows that franchise to live on day to day, week to week on a much more consistent basis. So you're nurturing.
I mean, that they're already doing it with Mortal Kombat. Nothing is going to change. This is just further reiteration of what we already know. There's nothing going to be changing in Mortal Kombat. We're going to be experiencing the same live service, broken hamster wheel of weekly quests, Combat League, and invasions.
Nurturing that fan base. And by the way, what you can do with that fan base then, both in terms of experiential, TV, movies, etc., you can monetize in new and different ways.
What can you do when you have them hooked on the live service? You can monetize them in new and different ways. That's the key thing. It's not just about having people play for longer. It's about making them spend more. This is why I put here that they want to have the players spending more time on more platforms. But I guess like also here, ultimately, they want to drive engagement and monetization of longer cycles at higher levels. That's why I could only put it in the description. Couldn't fit it on the thumbnail. But it's all about money. That's why the live service is the way it is in MK1. It's broken on purpose. It's lacking content on purpose. This is by design. Because they want to keep people playing for longer. The only problem is that I saw that they preloaded those costume number 3s since day one. So they're not fooling me. Like, I know it's drip-fed content, which makes it so aggravating.
Ultimately, we're also bringing those franchises to younger generations. As you see, obviously, the demographic of the gamer population generally skewing younger than some of the other media forms.
Sure.
It helps bring on a whole new generation at the same time. So both of those have enormous value to us.
Got it. All right, last two questions as we wrap up here. You have a $1 billion target for OIBDA at D2C next year, 25. You can talk a little bit about your confidence in delivering that.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for the games portion of that technology, media, and telecom conference. Did we learn anything new? No. I think David Zaslav said all of that stuff and better back in November during the Q3 shareholders conference call. But it's interesting to see that they, like, these people, what is the purpose of the article? Is it quote unquote rage bait? Is that what it's doing? Because it's the same rhetoric that's been around for months. Or in the case of Mortal Kombat, it's been the situation for years. And inherently, like, I'm not opposed to a live service. I enjoyed the live service that was Mortal Kombat 11 and Destiny 1. But the problem here is the quality. There really is such a drop in quality. They've really focused about just delivering ugly things on a consistent schedule as opposed to quality, meaningful gameplay where the player actually does something memorable. Nothing is memorable in Mortal Kombat 1, which is quite sad. Quite sad indeed. All right, let me swap around here. Give me a second. So I like the concept of a live service, and it can be done well, so long as it's free and enjoyable. However, the things that are free within Mortal Kombat 1 are not enjoyable. Even the things that you pay for are not enjoyable. So this is a situation where the live service is like falling flat on its face. But I would say, like, the live service of Street Fighter 6, way more enjoyable. Play for free, get lots of stuff. But the live service in this game continues, even once you've completed your specific goal for Combat League or Invasions, whatever it may be. Because there's always this weekly quest. I hate the weekly quest. Why can't they just let us have the backdating time console glitch? Because that was so good. Accessing whatever week, whenever you want. It's really clear that the game developers are the ones in charge. Like, you think you're playing the game? No. The game devs are playing you. You're the game. Because we don't get to enjoy anything on when we want. We have to play, accept whatever the developers are shoving in our face. So for this week, they're giving us Mania. Doesn't matter if you like Mania or not. You got Mania. There's no choice. Also, there's no choice of season. You have to play ugly season of Contras. There's just no choice. This is the same problem that I had with Towers of Time. Towers of Time, you could not choose what towers you want to play. You can only play whatever the developers have decided. By AI schedule generator? I'm not sure. But you only get to play whatever they have scheduled. I do hate that aspect of this live service. It's not even like it's fun. Towers of Time is more fun. Requires using your fingers. The only thing I have to use my fingers for in this weekly quest is perform fatalities. Because perform block, I just scripted the turbo to just block. And I got that done. And then I scripted 2-2-2-2. And then I got the punches done. And this got done, I guess, I don't know, yesterday? Went to sleep pretty early. I was beat. I was exhausted. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining, Drew. Aw, lovely. Thank you, Drew. MK1 live service was good, really. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was free. It was over quickly, too. 1 month, 28 days, every season. Then a week of rest. 28 days, a week of rest. I wish the seasons were that long in Street Fighter 6. Because the seasons go by really quickly in Street Fighter 6. But 4 weeks, yeah, that's a good amount of time. Don't have to pay anything. You just play Combat League. And you would get premium currency. Oh my god. Yeah, the live service was good. The live service was good. Mimi, hello. Whoa. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. Everyone say thank you to Drew. Jericho, hello. Naper, to heck with WB. I hope they sell MK. I really doubt that, Naper. The way they describe these franchises as leverage at the top corporate level, they're not letting go. They see it as a moneymaker, and they don't care about Mortal Kombat 1. They can take a loss there, for sure. For sure, they're taking losses everywhere. They don't care. But they're going to hold on to whatever leverage and equity that they have so that they can generate more revenue in the future. They already know that the Mortal Kombat fans are dumb, so they're just going to use them, milk them, and then shove them over onto MK Onslaught in hopes that they'll just purchase more. Yay. Just Drew, I am enjoying beating the crap out of Peacemaker at least. Lovely. Lovely, very nice. I am enjoying farting, I guess. Have to get 25 fatalities, so this is the live service. And I mean, like, for as nice and polished as Tekken 8 is, like, there's no reason to go back and play on a regular basis other than the shop. So that blows my mind. I don't play games for fun. I play them for rewards. Like, what's the point of playing if you're not unlocking something? You got to unlock something. Just for fun, I can do that with friends. I'm not going to spend my time just for fun, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while. I think I've always been sort of like collectionist, completionist with any game. Oh, shoot. I forgot the fatality. So, yeah, like, I wish, like, Tekken 8 had, like, a reason to play. I wish they had put in seasons. That would have been cool. OMG, Sorcerer. Sorcerer and Drew just being so kind to people. Thank you. Hi, Dave. I was wondering how you grinded seasonal credits. I don't know. How did I do that? Seasonal credits was, like, not even a problem. Like, that's not the rate limiting step. The rate limiting step was getting Dragon Bloods. Okay. Cool. Hey, Dave, are you eventually going to get the rest of the DLC when they eventually release? Yeah. Yes, I will. I am determined to pay or play what I paid for. I mean, like, I paid for the DLC. I'm definitely going to play them. Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Still haven't seen a lot of Ed. I need to, like, play with him. But I also need to fatalize these people. So I'm being told that level 90 is the last level that you get rewards. Maybe I should have done this tower prior. I am uncertain. Is it level 89 or level 90? But as you can see, nothing is hard. This is just the same stuff that I was doing season 1. Season 2, season 3. It's all the same. Everything's very repetitive. But yeah, to hope that anything is going to improve, I think is just lunacy. I don't even think, like, I question, like, what's the point of even asking the developers or talking to developers or vocalizing complaints about the game, because they're not changing anything. We've seen with 4 seasons that they're just going to do whatever they want to do on their timeline. They'll add crossplay whenever they want. Good. I don't care. I don't care anymore about crossplay. Not that they even added it for... Why is there no King of the Hill crossplay? Why aren't any of these towers crossplay? Do we forget about co-op multiplayer from MK11? Like, they're not going to change anything. They'll just do whatever they want whenever they feel like. Which is very disheartening. So, I guess, play multiple games. This is what I'm looking forwards to. Once I get this weekly quest done, then I can focus on Street Fighter. Or I could focus on getting to Warrior, because that is something that will also require no effort. So I could get that done while I, do laundry, clean my room. It's interesting that Mortal Kombat 1 is, like, it's a premier idle game. Definitely. Doesn't require active gameplay aside from a few circumstances like this. Get fatalities or whatever. Even, like, easy things, like blocks, punches, kicks, jumps, you can script all of that, and you can get it done for you. It's so brain dead, this game. Yikes. CJ, Bunny, I cooked you some sausages for your face. I like my sausages raw. So keep that in mind. Ew. Not me taking the sausages raw. CJ, cross-dress, that's what they like. Yes. What about Combat Pack 2 and the story DLC? Are you going to buy it? Maybe. Maybe. Why not? Why not? This game sucks. Gotta see it to explore how bad it is. I'm sad if I don't get to see the full conclusion of the story. I think full conclusion of the story of MK1 will be much like with MK11 when they announce quietly on Twitter that they are no longer supporting the game. I think that time will come quicker for MK1 than MK11. I imagine that they'll have a story DLC and they'll say, that's it, we're going to work on our next project. Or something. I'm not sure. Expecting this thing to have a long life cycle seems fruitless when no one is playing it. Surely they want people to play the multiplayer game, right? You need multiple people in the multiplayer game. But numbers are so bad. Like, I really thought numbers would have helped, or like pacemaker would have helped numbers, but it does not seem to be the case. Ha ha. Stupid pacemaker. Stupid MK1. And then I look at the trailer and see all the comments are like, "Ooh, I love John Cena." And I'm like, he just wants a paycheck. I don't value that. Okay, here we go. Havoc. My PC version of the game is not suitable for crossplay, only PS5 one. Haha. Oh no. Gab, definitely keeping it in mind. Glad CJ was added back. LOL, Drew. Thank you. Sorcerer. Once I was watching other YouTuber live, he was playing online matches. I just commented, "Game is dead." His eyes went bigger. He said, "Get out from." He said, "Me get out." From I'm sorry, Sorcerer. Reading it is hard. I think a word's missing. But I hear what you're saying. You know, people are not maybe willing to hear counterpoint. I'm willing to entertain it for a little bit. And then if you're too annoying, I might cuss you out. But yeah, no. I think for sure with the topic of like video games, I think there's a lot of nuance that's lost. Like, some people fall firmly into the camp of like, oh, boo, trans bad. Boo boo trans, or something like that. But like, I fall more into the camp of, why is everyone ugly? Why can't we all just be beautiful? I'm not necessarily against a live service or inclusion or diversity, just as long as it's meaningful, right? A meaningful live service is better than one that you just do repetitive shit over and over. A meaningful inclusion would be one that actually paid respect to the marginalized group that they're trying to profit from. Yeah. Ew, I hate this tower. I should have put the turbo controller, but I really did need to get these fatalities done. Okay. Dat Bunny Life just drew what? I don't understand, Rocky. Sorcerer, they are liquor of NRS, seem they are married between. Oh my word. Okay. Nice. Nice. Interesting opinions, my friends. Okay. So let's see. What do we got here? I really want to be done with this tower. Oh, we still got a ways to go. See, like, the worst thing about this tower, like I said yesterday, is the loading screen. There's not, like, a progress bar. But it's there. It's a forced loading screen. Hidden. With the tower UI. Oh, these costumes are so ugly. Look at her hair. Why is her hair like that? I didn't know she had red and green. I haven't seen all the skins yet. I mean, I guess I'm still collecting them. Gotta get the weekly quest skins. Gotta get this last level skin from the seasonal tower. They're uncle brothers. Oh, my sweet lord. Ooh. I should have recharged. I think I'm not going to be able to complete it. Okay, let's just get Mania and get out of here. And then we'll go back to Turbo. Where's Mania? Give me the Mania skin. Ooh, I think we have to do an extra one too, an extra fight, because I missed out on one of the fatalities. Stupid fatalities. See, like, this is the live service. Just doing repetitive things like watch fatalities. Watch the paid fatality, right? Is that why they have these fatality requirements? It's like the best way of doing them would be by getting an easy fatality token or by buying the seasonal fatality, which is basically an easy fatality token. Oh, yay, we got it. We're done. Look, it's Ugly Mania. See, that's the live service. That's the live service promise of MK1. And it's not changing. At all. At all. Okay, so let's just save that. Okay. How many more? Is it like a few more? Is it a lot more? I don't know. I guess we can try and get it done. Nope. Can't. We're done. Cannot complete more. I'm over it. This game gives me like an allergic reaction. It's like, why am I playing it? Get me out of here. Stop doing it. Get the turbo controller. Yeah. Get a turbo controller for this game. I think it makes it a lot better because then you don't actually have to play or press buttons. I am interested in seeing this Mania creation though, so let's take a look. Oh, great. Green and brown. What I've always wanted. It's so beautiful. Oh, well, Mania. You know, if it was more brown, it could be Nude Illusion. Wouldn't you like Nude Illusion Mania? That would be... that would be a... I'm dying. Nude Illusion Mania. Oh, my God. I just don't care for it. Okay. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining along. Do you have hope that MK1 will improve? It's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you this. It's not. Also, don't think that anything was said new by JB Perrette. I've looked into the sources. The sources, I question why they even created those articles. Right? Like Game Rant. Why did they make this article? Which is just repeating things that David Zaslav has said months before. Is that what news is? Just repetition? Everything feels so repetitive. Yeah. And I hope more people, I guess if they're repeating it, more people will realize that the free-to-play extensions are the priority. No one cares about MK1 at NRS, at WB. It's all about the mobile games. Those are the money makers. Crazy. CJ. Okay, thank you, CJ. Jericho, at this point, I'm just waiting for the dead game announcement. Yeah, I agree. I'm waiting for that too. I feel like it will be here soon. They already nerfed Peacemaker quick. Oh, I didn't know. Noxious gas. Yes, very much so. You know, when you have a knight, other, some girl, there are always. Oh my lord. Sorcerer. Oh my word. Okay, wow. 32 of you here. Can we please get 32 likes? Or 32 dislikes? Or get out? Cause stream is over. Yes, a short one. Hopefully, you guys see that the live service of this game is crap. It's not improving. Nothing is changing. At all. At all. Also, beware those news articles. I don't trust them. But thank you for spending some time with me here today. I'm praying that you have a lovely day. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.